Good morning, everybody. So we're going to do an update on, I wanted to do this early this morning. I know many of you guys are likely tuning in to social media, TV, from Kansas City, Springfield, trying to check out the latest information. And the couple concerns that I have with the going forecast that we'll kind of take a look at here. But nonetheless, we do have a threat to see some very strong thunderstorms this afternoon into early evening. So I don't want to take away from that, but I'll show you my concerns here in just a minute. Here, we'll see if we get anybody else that wants to join in. I will be posting this in its entirety in both our main Facebook groups, and of course you can always go back in YouTube and be able to watch it in its entirety. Morning, Lucky. So don't want to spend a whole lot of time on this morning. Try to get you guys up and going for your work day. So here's what we've got currently right now. Of course, we have all of west central Missouri right now is stretching from Kansas City all the way down to south of St. Clair County. We have a moderate risk now for northern Missouri up into Iowa and Illinois. So the tornado threat has really ramped up here into Iowa, northern Missouri, over to parts of Illinois. Right here in west central Missouri, including Kansas City Metro, we are in a 5% risk area to see a tornado. The hail threat is going to be huge throughout our area with a hatched area right here. Now, what that means is that we stand a significant chance to see hail greater than 2 inch within 25 miles of any given location. So the hail threat is definitely going to be there today. It's going to be a big threat for us. And then, of course, the wind is going to be also a huge factor with any of these storms. Strong straight line winds is going to be a big threat with any of these storms that should happen to fire up this afternoon. Now, let's take a look at what is going for the formation of severe thunderstorms today. Now, most of the ingredients that we have ahead of these thunderstorms are basically off the chart. This is the reason why this is such a volatile day. You've got to have 4 different ingredients in order for severe thunderstorms to happen. You have to have moisture. Well, later on this afternoon, it's going to feel like the equator outside. Dew points will be over 70 degrees. So we'll have plenty of moisture. The instability you got to have. So that's typically measured by what we call CAPE. That is the convective energy that the atmosphere has to be able to provide thunderstorms, severe thunderstorms. It's measured in joules per kilogram. Typically, you need between 600 to 1,000 in order to achieve severe thunderstorm status, typically. We're going to have this CAPE over 3,000 today. Some of the models I looked at will be approaching close to 4,000 joule per kilogram. So the instability definitely there. You've got to have a lifting mechanism so that you can get air to lift to form clouds. We're going to have a very deep low pressure that is going to be moving into the Midwest. It's going to be up around the Nebraska-Iowa border. There's very strong winds aloft, say at anywhere between 5 to 20,000 feet above our heads. Very, very strong winds, and they will be coming from a different direction. So not only do you have strong winds aloft and you have the lifting mechanism, you're also going to have wind shear, and that's a key component for severe thunderstorms and tornadic supercells. Is you have to have wind shear. Wind shear is a change of wind speed and direction as you get higher up in the atmosphere, and we're going to have all of those here in our area today ahead of these thunderstorms. But here comes the big but. So this is what I am seeing right now. So we put this into a time perspective. You notice this is a dew point map. This is going to tell you how much moisture is in an energy, and you can tell where those fronts are. As I go into the early afternoon today, you'll notice there'll be some 70-degree dew point that's going to be coming up here into west central Missouri. And yeah, look at that. So we're going to have close to 70-degree dew points up here. But if you take a look at the time, we're talking early afternoon. Now, when all of those ingredients come together, the 4 ingredients we just talked about, what I am afraid of is that, say by around 4 o'clock, there's a likelihood that this cold front, take a look, Kansas City dew point is 54 right now. Whereas we have, say, Henry County close to 70. By the time all of the ingredients and that cold front, which is our lifting mechanism, comes through us, that low pressure system is going to be trailing behind. Meaning that the storms are going to actually initiate a little bit further to the east than west central Missouri. So I guess what I'm saying is that there is a possibility that we cannot rule out that we might not get a drop of rain out of this thing. And this is including the Kansas City metro. So here's all the hype that you guys are seeing on TV channels and what we've talked about this week for the possibility of seeing severe storms. If we don't recognize this and we don't get a drop of rain, that's a huge bust for anybody giving a forecast out there. And just like I thought, man, we were under an enhanced risk for severe storms and the sun stayed shining all day. That is a possibility today. Now, I'm kind of, we still are under, if this cold front slows down any at all, then you've seen all 4 of those ingredients. We could definitely have a severe weather outbreak here in west central Missouri this afternoon. But if this stays on the going trends of what this cold front is doing, the cold front might be past us before the storm initiation actually begins, therefore eliminating our chance for seeing any thunderstorms today. So this isn't just a typical, we're going to get hammered with thunderstorms, and some of them may be severe. We're going for all or nothing today. We're going for severe storms, or we might even get sunshine today. So that is definitely something that we're going to have to keep an eye on. They're going to be launching several weather balloons out of the forecast offices today because of this, to see exactly where that cold front is, what it's doing, how fast it's moving, because that's going to make all the difference in the world how much severe weather that we get from Kansas City all the way down through west central Missouri, all the way down to the Ozarks. So that is definitely something that could put a hamper into the forecast. And I haven't watched any local news stations, and I don't know if they're if they're overhyping anything this morning. I know I've seen a lot of social media on Twitter and stuff this morning. Got up extremely early this morning taking a look at this stuff, and a lot of the storm chasers, they're talking about, man, what a huge day this is going to be, and what a volatile situation and all this kind of stuff. So I just want to make sure that everybody understands that there is that potential that we may see sunshine and clear skies all the way through the evening without a drop of rain. It's going to depend on what that cold front does. So let's take the same model that we're looking at, and let's take a look at what the possibility of radar might look like as we go into the afternoon. And you can see it very clearly. We're looking at the dew point map now. Now let's take a look at what radar could look like. So this morning, I know yesterday the National Weather Service was expecting a severe MCS, a mesoscale convective system, just a big cluster of thunderstorms to be coming across northern Missouri, including Kansas City this morning, and then a resurgence of thunderstorms this afternoon being severe. Well, it looks like that most of the rain and thunderstorms is going to stay north of Kansas City this morning, according to two of the models that I'm looking at. So as we put this into motion, and notice how all these storms, this cluster of thunderstorms is staying up here to Nebraska and Iowa, nothing down here in Missouri. And then as we go into the afternoon hours, now we're getting up to, let's see here, right there. So here we are, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And you notice we have this, let me get my little pen out here. You notice we have this line of storms that are beginning to form right here. And that's nearly right on top of parts of west central Missouri. Okay, so this is, and again, this is about 4 o'clock this afternoon. Now, we go to 5 o'clock. Now that line really starts getting going along that cold front in central Missouri, down to about Joplin. So there's the line of thunderstorms, very intense, very strong cells down here in Springfield. So Springfield, you're going to be under the gun this afternoon. If any kids are wrapping up anything down in college, know most of them are pretty well done now, but if you have any kids that are still wrapping a few things up down there, make sure that they are aware of this. And then, of course, as it slides on to the southeast, but notice Kansas City and west central Missouri, nothing. So everybody's anticipating all these big storms. And then here we are, if you're in Kansas City and listening to TV and listening to them hype this thing up, and stay sunshine all day long. So we definitely need to be weather aware today, because we don't know exactly, no matter how good the data is, we do not know where these storms are going to initiate along this cold front. If this cold front slows down just a little bit, okay, I mean, we're talking just a couple miles per hour. Now we're talking that this intense line of storms could be right over west central Missouri. Okay, but this is going to be a very fast moving system. So I anticipate early or mid-evening, say 8, 9 o'clock, even if we do get storms, this should be out of here by then. Okay, so let's just don't read into the hype. Have a plan. Keep up to date with all the latest info, and we'll be fine. I just don't want you guys to sit there and think, man, all this hype and it's a total bust and sunshine, because that is a very real possibility today. So wanted to make sure that I get this word out before you start listening to all the TV meteorologists and everybody vying over which station to watch. Who can create the most panic out there. So yeah, Amy. So what I'm more concerned about more than anything on a personal level is going to be down here in Southwest Missouri. I really think Southwest Missouri is going to be kind of the bullseye of the Missouri severe threat. Okay, now I think the best area for tornadic supercells is highlighted by the National Weather Service very well. I think the bullseye is likely going to be right in here. Okay, that's where I think the biggest tornado threat is going to be. And that's going to be up here closer to this low pressure system. Okay, you're going to have the triple point. You're going to have all these ingredients in a perfect location. That's where I think the biggest tornado threat. But I tell you, there'd be a tornado threat down here in Southwest Missouri. But also the hail. These type of profiles can support those tennis ball, softball, DVD size 6-inch hailstones. Now I'm not saying that's what Springfield's going to get, by no means, but the conditions are definitely there, supportive of large hail with these storms. So kind of what I'm expecting is, as we go through the day, the Storm Prediction Center is going to start pinpointing once they pretty much identify how fast that cold front's going to move through. There is a possibility that west central Missouri, including Kansas City, might be wiped completely clear of the threat for severe thunderstorms today. If this cold front slows down, we could see a moderate risk, a level 4 out of 5 develop for west central Missouri. So, man, we are literally within 15, 20 miles apart from having a significant severe storm outbreak today to keeping sunshine and a beautiful evening. So it really is kind of crazy. So it's a very, very potent storm system. We need to stay aware today. But I will try to, right around the noon time when I go to lunch today. And again, I will be going to my day job today. I wish I could do this full time for everybody, but it just doesn't pay that well. But I will be at my day job today. So again, I want to stress: make sure that you have your plan in place. Make sure you have everything in preparation of a severe storm outbreak today. Pretty much what the Storm Prediction Center is showing right now. Make sure you have a flashlight, weather radio, fresh batteries. Let's make sure we're prepared. And then as we go through the day, and this is more fine-tuned, who's going to see these thunderstorms, then we can make our plans accordingly. But don't want to give in to the fact that we're not gonna get any storms today. I'm not saying that, except that there's a very real threat that this could be what storm chasers call a big bust, and we remain in the sunshine through the course of the day. But it's going to depend on where the thunderstorms initiate, and some of this data is suggesting these storms may initiate right on top of us in west central Missouri and intensify very, very quickly. So it will be in the heat of the day today, where we're going to have temperatures in low 80s, dew point near 70. So, I mean, we very well could be seeing the thunderstorm form right on top of us or close by. So we still need to be weather aware today. But around noon, between 12 and 1 o'clock, I will try to, when I'm on lunch, I will try to update, see what the Storm Prediction Center is talking about, and get some information out to you guys around the noon time today. We will have Nader boys out and about today. They will likely be chasing this higher tornado potential up here in northeast Missouri into Iowa today. So, make sure you guys check out their stream today as they chase this line up here in the Iowa area, I believe is what they had said yesterday evening. But we'll be keeping a close eye on this, and obviously after I get home tonight at 6, I will be taking a look at radar, and I will, if there is anything still ongoing down here in southwest Missouri, I will likely go live tonight, and we'll watch these storms down here for our friends in southwest Missouri. If these storms obviously are here in west central Missouri, we'll be watching them as well. But that will likely be around 6 or a little after today, before I will go live again. I'll go through chat here real quick. Hi, Donna. You're near Springfield and want to leave before it hits. Not sure what direction to drive to avoid it. Not sure exactly. Donna, are you possibly maybe living in a trailer and want to get out of the potential of being in a trailer, or are you at work heading to a certain location? Give me a little bit more information on that. Because really, if there's not really a good way to avoid it, this line is going to be coming in from the northwest, moving southeast. So one way or another, you're likely going to be running into this line no matter what direction you're traveling. But if you're going to a certain location and need to be at a certain location by a certain time, I can give you kind of a heads up on when you need to leave. Hi Debbie, what time for Warsaw? Well, Warsaw is, and you're in the same boat as everybody else right now, Debbie. So we got to see where these storms initiate right now. Warsaw is a little bit further east. You guys stand a little better chance of getting thunderstorms than what, say, Bates County or Henry County will, because you're a little bit further east. Right now, I'm kind of guessing right along the Highway 65 corridor is that's about where this latest data is suggesting the initiation of thunderstorms is along Highway 65. So if that's the case, you're looking around 4 o'clock, Debbie. But if this thing slows down this afternoon, it might be a little later than that. Oh, you're in an apartment building. Well, I tell you what, Donna, there's really not necessarily a place or a time that you can go to get away from this line of storms. It's going to come through one way or another. So, if you travel north up toward Kansas City, I mean, you're likely going to be running into a line of thunderstorms at some point in time. If you want my honest opinion, is to contact the emergency management for Greene County. And if you need some help finding that phone number, I'll be happy to give to you. Look it up and give to you. Contact emergency management for Greene County and ask them where a public shelter might be for severe storms. It could be at a church or a community center. Could be there on campus, something like that. So, you may plan, say, like around, around the 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock time frame to go ahead and go over to that shelter for the next couple hours. Take a book, take your phone so you can keep up with the updates, and go on over, and at least you're gonna be safe when this line of storms come through. So that's my recommendation, is to stay local, because really, no matter, you don't need to be in a car during this, by no means, and there's no need to travel long distances. You can stay there, local in Springfield, and just have a safe place to go. That's the best option, I believe. Oh yeah, and again, Donna, I would your best thing to do is to contact and find a public shelter, whether it's a church basement, something like that, where you can go be with other people, relax, and just kind of keep up to date, knowing that you're in a safe spot. And then when this line blows through quickly, then you can go on back home to your apartment. Hi, Tom. Well, Tom, if you're just getting on here, we have a chance for very strong thunderstorms today, or we have a chance to see sunshine. So it is a big bust day. We are looking right now at the latest data that is starting to suggest that this line of storms will fire up basically along the, from about Nevada up through Warsaw and up through central Missouri. Kind of Highway 65 being that dividing zone, where that would leave most of west central Missouri and Kansas City sunshine for the whole day. So it'll be right along the leading edge of this cold front is where we're going to see the initiation of the storm. So we have to see where that cold front, if it speeds up, slows down, it's not going to stay constant today. That we know of. I mean, it's going to fluctuate whether it's a couple miles an hour or not, but it will fluctuate. And depending on what it does, there's a chance that storms may not develop until it reaches central Missouri, putting everybody in the bust zone, as what storm chasers call it. If this thing slows down, it could put that line right beginning right along the state line, and we could have a severe weather outbreak. So we need to know what our I shouldn't say choices, but what our possibilities are today. And it's kind of a boom or bust type of situation. So hey, Austin. National Weather Service isn't confident of the MCS track. Yeah, that's absolutely correct. Here with the short-term models, it's showing the MCS is pretty much that stands for a convective system. Okay, it's just a big glob of thunderstorms. Some could produce some strong straight line winds, some hail. Typically not a tornado threat, so to speak. But the short-term models on this mesoscale convective system showed most of it staying up here into the Iowa, not even not even really clipping Missouri, but they're not sure where this MCS is going to be this morning. So, yeah, they're not very. The National Weather Service aren't very confident of anything right now. The only thing that we are confident of is all the ingredients are off the charts today for the potential to see severe weather. We've got the 4 key ingredients. We got moisture with dew points over 70 degrees. We have our convective available energy over 3,000 joule per kilogram. So this is the amount of energy that the atmosphere has to produce severe thunderstorms. Some of the data that I saw earlier today suggesting over 4,000 joules per kilogram as far as CAPE. Of course, we got that low pressure system, a deep low, has strong winds aloft to help aid in that wind shear, that change of wind speed and direction as you go up into higher elevations. So, all the ingredients are definitely there today to produce severe thunderstorms, and a lot of them. But it's where this thing is going to fire up at over Missouri is the big question. Well, Donna, sorry about your bad luck with storm shelters. And again, if you may be able to get a hold of the emergency manager for Greene County, and you'll have several to choose from near you. If you're definitely gonna head out, I would I would head west. If you know somebody, a friend or relative that lives maybe over on the Kansas side, I would definitely go west. I wouldn't go east, and I wouldn't go north. I would go west into central Kansas. That's going to be a safe zone out there, likely. So, hi Sherry, Harrisonville, same. You're in the same boat. All of us here in West Central Missouri, kind of in the same boat today, where we have to find out where these storms are going to initiate. There is some concern that the cold front will move through, taking all those ingredients that we just discussed with it before that storm initiation. So if that happens, we might be left high and dry with sunshine and a beautiful evening. But if it slows down any, then you're in the same boat as the rest of us. Harrisonville, Cass County can be in the middle of a severe storm outbreak. So this is something that we're really not going to be able to pinpoint for the next couple hours or so. National Weather Service will update their severe weather threat assessment and put it out there. So the main reason I wanted to go on this morning, I've been on now for about 40 minutes, is to make sure that if you guys are watching the local forecast, Kansas City, Springfield, I haven't watched them this morning, but they're known to, put the fear of the good Lord into you. So I just wanted to make sure everybody understands that this is kind of a questionable day today because of that cold front. We need to see what that cold front's going to do and where those storms are going to initialize. They will move east and south after they develop. So if they develop along the 65 highway corridor down through Joplin, then if you're behind that, then you're not going to see any severe risks today. We're looking at one quick line of storms. It could be broken. There could be supercells in there. We do have a tornado threat today with any of these storms that do develop. But if you're behind that cold front, if you're behind that line of initial thunderstorms, you're likely going to stay stay high and dry and sunshine today. So there is a conditional threat today, and we need to see where this line of storm sets up. No problem, Donna. And I never recommend, unless you are caught in a very, very bad place, never to get in the car and drive somewhere, because especially if you're by yourself, storm chasers do it all the time. They drive into these storms. I don't recommend, if you don't have the education, the know-how, know what these storms are going to do, not to do that. But I do understand having bad experiences. So, I would definitely probably, I would go, Central Kansas is your best bet today. And that's going to be right in Central Kansas. That line of storms, even if it slows down or speeds up, it's either going to form from Kansas City down to southeast Kansas and push across, or it's going to develop in central Missouri and move to the southeast. So whatever you do, don't drive east, because you're going to stand a better chance of getting into those storms. So thanks for the kind words, Sherry. So I'll put this into play one more time, and I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. I'm going to do a little video for Henry County Emergency Management, kind of let them know what is going to be going on today. So, and again, this is about 4 o'clock, 3 to 4 o'clock. We're looking for the cell initiation. This line right where my cursor at, that is what is in question today. If that cold front and the storm initiation happens further west, then we could be looking at very rough weather for an hour or two this afternoon. If it develops a little bit further east, we might not even get a drop of rain today. So, but right now, my primary focus is going to be down here in southwest Missouri, including Springfield and this area, on the Missouri side. The best tornado potential, I do believe, is going to be up here into Iowa, and possibly even eastern Nebraska. This is where the low pressure system is. This is where the best ingredients are coming together for tornado development, is up here in Iowa. But all of us are in a tornado threat today associated with any of these storms that do happen to take place. All right, guys. So again, we are still in an enhanced risk for severe thunderstorms for today. So we still need to be weather aware regardless. I'm throwing out the possibilities this morning that it's very conditional threat for today. So, it's a conditional threat. The further east that you are from state line, the better chances that you are of getting storms today. So, especially if you're along and east of 65 highway, you're in a better position to get severe thunderstorms today. Hi, Ashley. Richmond, up there, kind of northern. You're kind of in the same boat as the rest of us, girl. Believe it or not, it's, even though you're further north, seem to be a little closer to this red area. That's the level 4 out of 5 risk from the Storm Prediction Center. You're kind of like the rest of us right now. It's a conditional threat. If those storms develop a little bit further west, Richmond is going to be in an area where all modes of severe weather will be possible today. Okay, if this line develops a little bit further to the east during storm initiation around 3-4 o'clock today, you might be seeing sunshine the rest of the day, none without a drop of rain. I mean, that's how pinpoint this is going to be today. So you're kind of in the boat with the rest of us. We really need to see how fast this cold front's going to come through, to see if it speeds up, slows down, and to be able to determine exactly what our weather we're going to have in store for this afternoon will be. Absolutely, Barbie. All right, guys. Hey, let's make sure we stay weather aware. I will try to get a update to you guys on my lunch break today. Make sure everybody has an app on their phone. Make sure you follow Subby's weather advisory page, where it will automatically update any watches or warnings today. Just stay up to date on what the weather is going to be like where you live. Because we are, regardless of what I talked about this morning, we are in a very volatile state today. So we could have some very strong storms that come through our area today, but it is a very conditional threat. Absolutely, Ashley. And again, it's very likely that unless this thing really slows down today, that the biggest threat is likely going to be past west central Missouri by the time I get off work and able to go back live again today. But if we have ongoing storms, say down in southwest Missouri, down around the Springfield area, down around your area, Jamie, I am going to go ahead and go live and keep everybody up to date with the information going on down to with our friends and family down in southwest Missouri, where it could be a very strong day for them down there today. So, Kayla, you're gonna be able to watch this thing in its entirety. I've got to get going right now, but you can watch it in its entirety. Once this thing uploads to YouTube and to Facebook, you'll be able to watch the whole live stream. Basically, it's a kind of wait and see where these storms develop. Right now, Warsaw along 65 highway is going to be, according to all the data right now, that's where the storm initiation is going to likely be. You have all modes of severe weather possible today for all of west central Missouri. We have a tornado threat, hail risk, and strong straight line wind risk with any of these storms that do develop. However, if you are west of this line of storms when it develops, you might not get a drop of rain today. So it's very, very conditional. Stay up to date, and I will be giving an update close to the noon hour. Everybody have a great day today, and I'll be talking